Hello. We are back again with another deadline stream today. Back. More usual. We've got Mr. Owen and Mr. L. How are we doing, boys?
Hello.
Welcome. Good to see you both joining me today. Now we've got a few last minute decisions to make, more in your camp, L. So I think we should just drop straight into your team, to be honest, and discuss. So you've not yet done anything, but you're thinking about it. You've got 20 minutes. So talk us through it, mate.
So captain's on De Bruyne. I think I'm going to stick with that now. That decision's made.
Every grind in their dog.
Because I think the more I think about it, the more I think there is a very small chance that Bruno Fernandes gets a rest this week.
I've got into your head there, mate. When
did you mention it? You mentioned it on...
I mentioned it a few weeks ago,
Thursday
maybe.
Or Friday last week?
It might have been last week, yeah.
And then I've been thinking, no, because due against City, they need a result.
Not a chance.
You just look at United's fixtures coming up.
Yeah.
And after Sheffield, we've got Leeds on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got Everton in the EFL Cup on Wednesday.
Yeah, but he's
Leicester on Boxing Day, and then Wolves for Tuesday.
In the Cup, he won't play. Like, no chance.
Equally, when he and Rashford didn't start the other week, you saw what impact they made when they came off the bench, and how needed that they were.
That's the point. I think the same goes for De Bruyne and Fernandes, in the fact that both managers in the past have been punished. I mean, he wasn't heavily punished there, but it was punishment in enough that it showed how much he needed those guys, that if they don't play them, they're kind of fucked. And I think he doesn't want to almost potentially drop points.
If he played Pogba, Van der Beek and Fred with Cavani and Martial and Rashford up front, you'd probably get by Sheffield United without Bruno Fernandes, to be honest.
Yeah, but
you just look at the fixture list, like, if Bruno needs to get rested, now it has to be this game. The only other game really would be Fulham, maybe on the 12th of January, but...
Yeah, I mean, I would be a little bit gutted if he did get rested, but... because I've just brought him in.
Yeah, I mean, he probably won't.
I don't see it, because considering as well, it's actually quite a long break. I know it's like weekend to midweek, but it's like Sunday to Thursday? Saturday to Thursday? So it's actually like...
For United?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Thursday to Sunday. But then it's Wednesday, Saturday, Tuesday.
No, but as in, did you play on Saturday or... Sunday this previous week.
Yeah, it was last Saturday.
Yeah, so Saturday to Thursday is as long of a rest that like he's going to have had basically all season so far because of like Champions League, really, isn't it? So first quick comment in, the guy's asking Ryan or Martinez.
Martinez.
I'm my first thought was Martinez. I don't think there's going to be too much debate against that either.
Particularly, Brighton's fixtures look okay, but no, Martinez is probably going to score the most points this year. And you don't want to be faffing about with your keeper too much. I think Martinez is the one. I think if you want to sort of stick with your keeper, and even what I see with Martinez in the tough fixtures, he could always come out like McCarthy did the other week with a load of save points and get a couple of bonus points, get a clean sheet worth. So actually, we didn't actually discuss what transfers you were thinking of doing. I know you mentioned Martial in for this week because he could potentially be playing.
Martial or Cavani, but
Martial or Cavani.
I don't know.
Jeez.
I don't know. Probably not.
What's making you think against it?
I want Son for game week 15 onwards. Is it?
Is that when they like Fulham and all of those? I think 16,
even 14 against Leicester. So if I was to get Cavani or Martial, I'll be able to afford Son.
Oh, okay.
So I think I might drop Robertson down to someone this week.
But then if Bruno does play this week, then you then worried about when the next week is, and whether he's going to get benched in one of these next weeks, needing a break.
I don't think he'll get benched against Leeds, because it will be the first time United have played Leeds since like 2001, 2002. So I think it'll be probably full strength team against Leeds because they'll want to come out and beat us. So that's why I was saying, like, the only opportunity to rest Bruno is this week. After that, he can't really be rested until mid-Jan.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be worried about a rest against Leeds.
I think he'll still play. He may even play one half, but I think he'll still start the game.
Yeah. He could be brought off for half time.
I think he'll have, like, if he plays a half, you saw that kind of impact that you could have in one half against West Ham.
Yeah.
So I think
the commentator's come back quickly. Sorry, saying that he has
I've just
both,
seen that. Yeah,
but he's saying Whitfield this game week.
I think still, the same. Yeah, Martinez.
I'd still go for Martinez. Yeah, against Burnley at home, much better chance than Fulham away.
Burnley have scored, I think, 6 goals so far this season, which is the second
games.
The second lowest in all 4 English tiers, just ahead of Sheffield United. And Fulham actually look pretty good going forward. So Martinez, you could probably expect a clean sheet from him. The good old cheese bomb back again says, any chance Jack Grealish's performance are affected by his driving ban and fine? There's actually
I saw that.
There's a video that came out
of him driving into court.
With
Range Rover pulled up. Yeah.
But he dipped around the side, didn't he? He's pulling Dukes on and off the field. So I don't think so. I think Grealish, as long as we say our prayers for Grealish every week, I think he'll be absolutely smashing it.
The huge amount of footballers that have had driving offences and stuff, and carried on playing.
No chance.
Probably not.
Owen Brown,
but it's not just in terms of captain. It's not just negatives against Bruno; it's positives for De Bruyne as well. Obviously.
Yeah, definitely.
His home form's amazing. City seems to be finding the feet again. I mean, they drew against United, but it's a pretty dead game from both teams, to be fair. But 5 goals against Burnley, 2 against Fulham.
For sure.
Starting to pick up again.
I predict that we'll see a lot of excitement, probably a lot of goals from City this week.
What, from City?
I think everyone is
like
not just hoping but expecting to get a good return for their captain of De Bruyne.
If this is even like 1 or 2-0, that would be like. This is one of them games that has 5-6-0 written all over it. Like, genuinely, I would be shocked if De Bruyne does nothing. I can see him maybe doing the same as he did against Fulham, actually getting an assist and maybe scoring a penalty or something like that. But I think he'll have so many opportunities going forward. Probably still only play 60 to 70 minutes because I think they'll be sort of quite comfortably ahead by that point. But yeah, De Bruyne looks unbelievable for this week.
Yeah.
So Owen, what are we saying? You've made some moves for this week.
I have made some moves. Yes.
Interessant.
So it was defensive changes. I still had Tyrick Mitchell, who obviously hasn't been playing since it was game week 5 or so.
For sure.
And given all the I think I had like 3 or 4 weeks in a row. I think you did as well, where we're only fielding 9 or 10 players.
Yeah,
just having
like 5
having bench players who can play.
Yeah, it's unbelievable feeling, especially like.
That's nice.
Yeah. It's nice that you've been able to sort of make a free transfer to do that as well.
Yeah, so I saved a transfer for last week. I used 2. I did have to, unfortunately, get rid of a Chelsea defensive asset. A lot of people have, or most people have 1, if not 2.
But even so, I think the player you've picked instead of the person who's just popped up in the chat probably won't be that. Actually, he's got both. So, but I think it'll be an open. Oh, he's copying me. There was a lot. There's been a lot of that flying around. How Ishan thinks. Talking of that, you are copying him every single week. A lot of allegations. Ishan, there's been a lot of allegations.
Oh well, look at our teams are so different.
He comes in with Will Cancelo start of the weekend or start this week. I think
so.
He probably will.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
I think Walker, Diaz, Stones, Cancelo, back 4.
I think Mendy starts.
I think Mendy starts.
Yeah, I mean, it's against West Brom. In the bigger fixtures, we know that he wants to start Walker and Cancelo. But he's got Mendy there. Mendy's not played 90 minutes for the past 2. Like out of the last Premier League game and the last Champions League game, he's not started. So I think Mendy definitely starts. It's whether Cancelo actually goes and plays right back, like we saw the week before. But who knows? But anyway, Owen, you were on about your transfers.
Yeah, so basically I've replaced Chilwell and Torrey Mitchell for Ruben Diaz and Charlie Taylor. He's a cheaper playing defender, but also
4.4
Burnley
mil. Yeah,
4.4, and I think Burnley got I think you said to me earlier this week that any Burnley fixture has got 0-0 all over it.
Pretty much, especially against like the kind of mid-table and below.
Yeah, particularly the next fixtures are Villa away, Wolves at home, Leeds away, Sheffield at home, Fulham at home.
You can see like 3 clean sheets
there's
out of
definitely
that.
some clean sheets in there.
Yeah. Like I'm planning on bringing them in at some point. But yeah, I think Burnley are just a team I like. Like I'm never unhappy to play a Burnley defender because I always think that they can go and the amount of like clean sheets they come away with like 0-0s even against the big teams is mad. Like they were second. They were second.
Joint first.
They were joint first last year for clean sheets, weren't they? And Sean Dyche seems to have kind of... I guess the start of this season, they didn't have Tarkowski or me, which is like, that's...
Oh, you're playing, are you?
That's massive. Huh?
Another question saying best replacement for Jota and Bellerin.
For Jota and Bellerin. Jota's 7, isn't he? I guess depending on how much he bought him for. And Bellerin's, I think, 5 mil.
Yeah, I think so.
Let me find out.
So L having transferred out Jota a few weeks ago. What's your opinion on the Jota matter?
I can't remember. I think I just did in for Salah because I had a lot of money.
You did. If you want to do, if we're looking kind of around 7 mil, it's hard because a lot of the players who started at 7 mil, like Grealish, Zaha, I've gone up a lot in price. Zaha's now 7.5 because loads of people transferred him in for Jota this week. Grealish is 7.8. So if you can afford either of those two, I really like those because I think consistent kind of long-term players, they look quite good.
Bowen looks quite good at 6.4.
But I was going to say, if you're going down, which frees up a bit of money, there's a lot of options. You can go Bowen, James Ward-Prowse, although Ward-Prowse doesn't have the best of fixtures, so it's kind of one of those of like form over fixtures. Like Ward-Prowse is playing very well, but he doesn't have the fixtures. Same with Zaha, he's got a couple of tough fixtures coming up. Where like in about 5 weeks' time, I think Palace's fixtures change. But then you could also go down to Souček. Great fixtures coming up. Looks like he's got quite a few goals in him, and also frees up a lot of cash. That you could potentially put into the likes of Bellerin. So if you look, go on.
There are only a couple of those. The options are obviously, go cheap on the defender and spend a bit more on the midfielder. Go cheap on the midfielder, spend a bit more on the defender. And I think there aren't very many 7 or people who started out at 7 mil who are still at 7 mil. The only one that comes to mind is James Madison.
Oh, Madison, yeah, that's true. Actually, he looks like
he had some good returns last game, didn't he?
Yeah. For me, it's still like a wait and see with Madison, for sure, because we don't know 100% whether he's definitely going to start week in week out. It looks like he will, but also the consistency of returns, I'm still a bit unsure about with him.
Yeah, I think the most common move that we're going to see from Jota owners is probably going to move to Grealish.
Yeah,
and I think that's pretty. Most people are doing it because it's not a bad idea.
I think it's a good idea. I think Grealish looks great anyway, especially with the fixtures coming through.
And Bellerin's 5.2, so
5.2.
Like you'll have a bit of money to spend in terms of a cheap sub 5 mil defender.
To be fair, what you could do, I mean, if you got, or this guy got Jota for 7, you could do Bellerin down to a 4.5 mil defender, and then Jota up to Grealish. And there are a lot of 4.5 mil defenders who are like playable as like Burnley, Charlie Taylor. Like there are a lot of players around that kind of price bracket. If I was going to go for a 5.2 mil option, like bang for bang, if you know what I mean, Creswell looks pretty good. Decent fixtures coming up.
James is 5.3, I think.
Reece James, Reece James is very good. There's a lot of chat about him. Still a little bit of a rotation risk, but there's a couple more questions coming in. Robertson versus Spurs or Adams versus Arsenal away? I've
got both.
I think
I'm expecting more from Adams.
Yeah, more often than not, you regret not playing the forward than you do regret not playing the defender.
Yeah.
The only thing I say about it is like the way Mourinho sides play against big teams is like kind of grinding up for 0-0s, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So we could see a very low scoring game. But I've definitely regretted in the past not playing the striker more than I've kind of not regretted playing the defender. But I guess it's a bit of a harder one in this one because it's like it's a premium defender versus a more budget attacker. So yeah, that's a tough one. This guy says, surprised you're not playing Lamptey instead of Justin. Do you want to just go through your kind of thinking and that?
I've thought about this a little bit. I think 2 of the last 3 games Lamptey's missed out on. What's more is even if he does play, he's got a bit of a flag on him. So he's at 75%. The app is telling us, but how much we trust the 75%, the 50%, or however, whatever, is up to you. But even if he does play, Fulham being seem to have got off to a pretty good momentum now. That I trust that they will score. Like I trust Everton will score as well. So it's really about Justin versus Lamptey in terms of attacking returns, and I can just see Justin doing a lot more.
The hard thing about that is, Lamptey does look very, very good going forward, but he hasn't actually got as many attacking returns as Justin has.
Lamptey's only had 2, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's had 2 and both have been penalties. I think Justin has
had
3 or 4 from open play. So that's the thing. Like Lamptey, I think statistically looks very good in terms of expected kind of goal returns, or at least for a defender. But Justin's the one. He's
presumably like underperforming versus his XG/XA.
Yeah, but Justin has actually been getting returns, if you know what I mean. Got a few more comments just to roll through. This guy's hedging Calvert-Lewin. Arsenal to win big this week. I don't think they'll win big. They could definitely win after what has been an abysmal run from them, but I don't see them winning big. Apparently a couple of double game weeks have just been announced. I've seen the West Ham one. Let us know what double game weeks have come through. Arsenal are dreadful right now. This guy's an Arsenal supporter. He says, would you recommend playing Dallas or Target? They've got Martinez in goal, so it'll be Villa double up at the back. And I think Dallas is playing Newcastle at home. So that's an interesting one because I back Aston Villa more to get a clean sheet, but I also kind of like not doubling up in that sense. What do you guys think?
And I'm still hoping for a Callum Wilson goal.
Yeah, a lot of people.
So I'm biased.
I think I'd go Target, to be honest. And
you go Target, yeah.
So risk the double up if if it's double clean sheet, that's 12 points.
Yeah, I guess I'm assuming
Target looks good as well. He gets quite high up the pitch.
He's about to price rise as well, which is a bit frustrating because I was thinking about bringing him in. My rotational 10 game week mantra is taking a hit with Target there. This guy says thanks. Souček or Lookman. If I guess let's assume that's kind of for this game week. So Fulham playing against Brighton and West Ham playing against Palace. So that's simple for me. Go for Lookman. What do you guys think?
No.
With no bias.
Lookman has been getting into loads and loads of really promising positions, but then has just for me, he just doesn't pass the eye test. He just looks just like he's not going to do anything from it.
Yeah.
Whereas Souček, he's just like a rocket from his boot from out of nowhere. It goes in.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, he did. Lookman did get the assist at the weekend.
Yeah, but is that to do with him or to do with the other players, which just happened to have come from him?
That was true. I mean, it was more about the finish than it was about the pass. To be fair.
Yeah.
Also on that with Souček versus Lookman, I think Souček looks good for sort of more the fixtures after that as well. They've got quite a tidy run of fixtures.
And the fact that West Ham have scored 20 and Fulham have scored 12 goals so far this season. West Ham are just a more attacking team, aren't they? To have one of their assets, I guess.
I saw some stuff that they're actually looking for Souček. Like sometimes Souček is now the highest player on the pitch. They actually wait for him to get into the box.
It's crazy that he plays a defensive role.
Yeah.
But the amount of times he's just up at on the edge of the box, just taking pop shots.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
He's literally the new Fellaini, isn't he?
Yeah.
My man.
I hope we don't start seeing him play the striker because that just.
Oh, can you imagine? Although it is Moyes, so
Yeah.
You never know.
No, for $5 million though, like it's weird how I'm that worried about a $5 million player, but he just does look like he's going to pop off every week.
He looks dangerous.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Another commenter's asking whether to have Son or Mahrez.
This week I'd have Mahrez. Probably long term I'd have Son.
I think if you don't own De Bruyne, then Mahrez is probably more attractive.
I have seen a lot of stuff saying that Mahrez might be benched this week because he's the only player who's played the last 90 minutes, and I guess it is against West Brom, so you can see like Ferran Torres coming in.
When did Foden last play?
That's obviously just speculation. I don't know, but he's not really picking Foden, is he?
No, he's not.
He's really not been picking him. We've got 5 minutes until the deadline. On that.
There's only 2 games left of Spurs' trickier patch, which they've seemed to have dealt with quite easily.
Son definitely for a lot longer term looks like he's going to pop off. For quite a bit longer. And he says that Kevin. I was going to say Kevin Walker. I did this earlier. It's Carl Walker Peters. I saw WP and I'm like, Carl Walker Peters or Jamal Lewis. For me, Carl Walker Peters to play this week. Lewis against Leeds. I've got Bamford, so I don't want to kind of back against myself. I think Carl Walker Peters against Arsenal, could easily get a clean sheet or an attacking return with how poor Arsenal is.
Are we assuming that this person has both and he's deciding which one to play?
I think that, yeah.
Okay.
I guess we could do it both. I think for long term, either way, I think Carl Walker Peters looks better than Jamal.
If you're transferring them in, it doesn't make any sense to me to bring in Carl Walker Peters. Why not Bednarek or Vestergaard?
That's true. Out of those, Vestergaard is 0.2 more, but I think Bednarek is about the same price.
4.6.
Oh, so he's 0.1 less actually. I guess Jamal Lewis does free up a little bit more money at 4.3, which is why I've got him in. But if you're going for this week, Owen, out of the 2, who would you pick?
I don't know actually. It's Arsenal or Leeds, and Leeds probably seem like they're going to score more goals than Arsenal anyway.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. And I think the attacking returns are more there for Walker Peters.
Yeah.
So let's roll through some fixture predictions as we do, get them all wrong every week.
Nice and quick.
Wolves Chelsea. Let's roll through it. Give me a score.
2-1 Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea. I can get behind that. A 2-0 would be nice. Kurt Zouma.
I'm hoping and praying for no Chelsea clean sheet.
City West Brom.
4 or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
8 or 9, yeah, that'll do. De Bruyne Quadrati, thank you kindly. Arsenal Southampton.
1-1.
1-1, I think that's fair. I think there's a lot of chatter about Hasenhüttl going to Arsenal, or that the Arsenal fans want Hasenhüttl, basically.
Is that true?
Yeah, because I don't think Hasenhüttl should go, though, because it's one of them where he's doing so well at a smaller club, and then it happens a lot where they'll move to a bigger club and it just won't.
It just doesn't work out.
Poch at Spurs, I would say did work out. Just to get the backing, really. I'm actually going to go with a 2-1 Southampton. I think Southampton are playing so well at the minute. They're going to score. Danny Ings brace. Anything to add to that, El?
Saying what, sorry?
I said anything to add to that.
Oh, no, I agree.
Leicester, Everton.
I think it's a tricky one to call.
2-2.
I'm going to go completely against the grain here. I'm going to go 0-0.
No.
There's goals in the game, I think.
No chance.
I think there is goals in the game, but it's one of them where you predict goals and then it just doesn't come through.
Spurs City United are supposed to be goals. It's 0-0.
Cheesebomb coming in with the Southampton are a bigger club than Arsenal now. Completely agree. completely agree. Show squad. 1 sec. Let me just load my team. I put my team up there actually. This is my team at the moment. I'm loving the midfield. The correct midfield, as I love to tell you, Al.
Son, De Bruyne, Bruno Salah.
And Grealish, and Bamford, and DCL.
Yeah.
Get that right in my basket.
That's pay to win, that. Don't like that.
Yeah, that's pay to win, mate. Can't. Do not like that. But then my defence is what's lacking, you know. Veltman, Lewis, Zuma, Klein. I mean, Zuma's all right. I'm tempted to kind of go all the way, like Zuma down to Reece or Zuma even down to Stones is one you would debate now. If I see consistency from Stones, then like what an option to have at 4.8. Like that'll allow me to put so much more. That'll allow me to get sort of 4.8 mil defenders for the rest of them, which is a lot nicer.
Yeah. Because who's the next cheapest after Stones? Is it Diaz at 5.6?
It's actually Cancelo at 5.5. But either way, it's still a jump, isn't it?
What, 0.8 mil? Yeah.
Yeah. So we can all hope that Cancelo doesn't. Do you have Cancelo L for this weekend?
No.
No. So we're all hoping he
I
gets
don't like
benched.
Having multiple like City assets because of just the rotation risk.
Oh, it has gone 4:30 rather.
Has it just gone 4:30? Well.
Just gone.
I hope everyone does well. Obviously, not as well as me, as has always been said. Let's roll through the last kind of fixtures. So Leicester Everton, we agreed draw just on different scores. Leeds Newcastle.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 2-2. I think.
Leeds Newcastle. I want 2. I'll give Newcastle a goal. I think they're good enough to grab a goal.
I can hope so. I hope for a Newcastle goal, but I can see it being Leeds 2-0.
Like a 2-0. I was going to say 2-0. 2-0, 2-1. Around there. Fulham Brighton. Fulham now without a home crowd for this game, unfortunately for them.
Oh yeah, of course.
That
could be a 0-0 jobber.
I could see it going 1-0 either way.
I'd love a Veltman clean sheet, honestly. That would be ideal for 4.3 mil. Get that right in my basket. Liverpool Spurs crunch game of the week tomorrow at 8 p.m. I'm sure that'll be. I won't actually be watching that game, but I'm sure many of you will. Liverpool Spurs, what are you saying?
I would say it's hard, isn't it?
Liverpool
I think Liverpool will win.
Not lost at Anfield for
so
7
consistent.
years in the Premier League. I will emphasize they have lost in European competitions.
2-0 Liverpool.
2-0 Pool. Ooh. I'm gonna revert and go the other way. I'm gonna go 2-0 Spurs. Actually, I'm gonna go 2-1.
That'd be exciting.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Spurs. I think they've got it in the locker this year. I really do. I think Son is going to be.
2-0 Liverpool, but in terms of the league, 2-0 Spurs would be amazing.
I think Son is going to be running at that Williams geezer as Trent gets exposed on the left-hand side.
Liverpool have looked lazy and Tottenham have looked dedicated. I think that's what it's going to come down to.
In the Palace game, although it was 1-1, the game went completely as Mourinho wanted it to, obviously bar the Palace goal. But it was just all Spurs attack. They got the goal. Yes, it was a mistake from the goalkeeper, but no doubt if that hadn't have gone in, Spurs would have created a lot more opportunities, and the goal probably would have come. So I don't think it mattered really how the goal came. It just mattered that the goal did. And then obviously they sat back and soaked up the pressure. We managed to break them down. 9 times out of 10, we probably wouldn't have scored. And then also Spurs, after we scored, went and created a load of opportunities, and 2 or 3 world-class saves from Guaita, kept us. They were world-class saves.
I just think Liverpool at Anfield, though, they're just so consistent at home.
Yeah,
I just can't see them losing.
It's a mad season. As long as it's an interesting game, that's what we really want. West Ham Palace. Have your fun.
I think West Ham will win 2-0.
Disagree. I need to withdraw.
West Ham have looked good.
They have looked good. Palace have looked well, to be fair.
They have.
I'm going to go 1-0 Palace, but obviously there's a lot of bias involved there. El, what you saying?
I agree with Owen, to be honest. I think
You're
2-0
agreeing.
West Ham.
The last time you predicted 2-0, I was not a happy boy. So
Oh yeah. 2 goals in 8 minutes.
Joe Linton, mate. When Joe Linton scoring against what is going on? Villa Burnley. Let's have a 3-0. Come on, boys. Let's have a 3-0.
3-0. That'll do.
Mr. Brown.
I think I'd be very happy with 0-0.
No. That'd do. Come on, Grealish. Come on, Grealish. And to round us up for this week, Sheffield United, Man United.
1-0 United.
1-0.
No. If United don't score more than one,
No.
issues. We have issues if United don't score more than one against them.
Yeah, go on, man.
1-0.
Bruno Fernandes.
Unless he rests half the team.
He's gonna get a double. He's gonna get a double assist. That's what I'm calling. He's gonna get a double assist. That's nice. 3-0 to United. That's fine by me, to be honest. But yeah, is there anything more you guys wanna discuss? I think we've gone through quite.
I just want to say, watch this space. When it comes to that 1-0,
yeah.
Dry your tears, hell. Post them to me.
Well, to be fair, we'll be back again pretty soon because the next deadline is going to be Saturday.
Jeez.
So
I think so.
Not a lot of tinker time.
So not a lot of tinker time at all. To be honest, have you boys got any preludes to that? I don't think I'm going to do anything very exciting. I think I'm probably going to bank the transfer. Any plans ahead?
I'll see how this week goes.
My plan is just to bank transfers and just deal with things as I need to at the minute.
Yeah, for sure. Completely agree. Well, so we'll leave it there. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Been a nice little stream. Catch you in a bit. Thanks for joining me, boys.